guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a get ready with me summer edition, and when I filmed this it was sunny, and then when I went on with my day and went outside it started to rain, but that's Vancouver for ya. Any hoodles, it's June now, so I wanted to show you a look that I am so ready to wear for my days out in the sun. So let's get started and I'll show you the look. To start, I'm fresh out of the shower with a towel on my head and everything, and I'm going to use my Elise moisturizer and work that into the skin. Then I'm using my La Roche-Posay sunscreen, which is very important, with an SPF 60, which is perfect to use before sun exposure. It does look super greasy on the skin right now, but what I love about it is how quickly it absorbs into the skin. Then I'm using my CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous foundation and applying that all over the face. This is an oil-free liquid that helps to mattify the skin, but also gives me that coverage that I like. I like to apply it in dabs on the face first, then go in with my trusty beauty blender to blend it all out. Then using my Kevyn Aucoin Skin Enhancer, I like to use this under the eyes to conceal dark circles, and yes, this is a full coverage product, but I still like to look flawless and radiant even during the summer. So I apply it first, then use the beauty blender again to blend it all in and work it into the skin. To set the face, I'm using the Shu Uemura Loose Powder in medium and dabbing this under the eyes with the beauty blender. I'm really liking this technique lately because the product is so creamy itself, but I have to make sure it's really set well. Then I dab the powder into the rest of my face to make sure my foundation is all set in place. Using the brunette pencil from Almay, I begin to fill in my brows by starting at the bottom of the brow and getting that first line on there before working on the arch. And I'm just filling in the areas missing hairs and bringing that color into the tail of the brow to make them more full, and then I use the spoolie on the back of the brush to blend the color out. I'm using the Benefit Stay Don't Stray eyeshadow primer, and I had to get that last dab on there, and I use this before the shadows to prep them to last all day, especially in that heat, and then I blend it in with my finger. Then I'm using the new palette from Suva Beauty. Can you tell I'm excited? And I'm starting with this beautiful peach shade called Mango and applying that all over the lids with the Dome Shadow brush from Real Techniques. Then I'm using the color Guava and applying that with a fluffy blending brush into the crease. And it's a color similar to my skin tone, but I'm just using for definition. And I want the eyes to be less dramatic for this summery look, so I'm focusing the color to the crease and outer edges with a soft wing. Then taking the color Sand, I'm using this matte neutral color on the brow bone for a subtle pop to the eyes. Very simple. Moving on to liner, I'm using the e.l.f. cream liner in black with an angled brush and going to create a natural wing, meaning the same technique as I usually do, but just a thinner line, focusing the product close to the lash line as possible and just a slight winged out flick. Then I had to take this towel off because it was giving me a headache. And then back to the eyes, I used a lash curler and gave them a quick curl before adding some L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara to my top and bottom lashes. Then I went in with some lip balm that also happens to have an SPF, just saying, watching out for you folks. Alright, back to the face, I used the Kevyn Aucoin Medium Sculpting Powder to contour the cheekbones. I also used this for the nose, and gosh, you guys know the drill by now, even though I'll probably sweat it all off, I still do the contouring. And then I used the new Pro Sculpting Duo from Makeup Forever. I'm so excited about this product. I used the bronzer first to warm up the face, and this was my first time trying it out. I like how the color wasn't as dark as I thought it would be, although I think I need to use a denser brush next time to pick up more product. Then I added some of the highlighter to the tops of the cheekbones, and I am absolutely mesmerized by the shade of Gold. I also took a bit of this and used it in my inner tear duct to brighten up the eyes on the tip of the nose because it seems like everybody's doing this right now, so I thought I'd give it a try. Then on my Cupid's bow, because this always looks super pretty with lipstick, and then some on my brow bone to really make the eyes pop. For blush, I used the Coral from my Too Faced Carry 'em Big blusher palette and applied that to the apples of the cheeks. And then I wanted to intensify the eyes just a tad with this brown shadow called Kava, and I used that in the crease and outer edges and went over what I already had on there and just darkened it up a bit. Alright, time for hair and a little singing. I brushed it all out, but first I used this finishing spray from L'Oreal that claims to extend your makeup. So since we're getting into that sweaty weather, I thought I'd use it. And then I went in and blow dried my hair. and I really hate blow drying my hair in the summer because I feel like I just sweat my whole face off anyways. But now that the hair is all smooth, I'm giving it a good shake to bring out that volume, then I'm going to part it over. I'm really liking this big side part lately, so I'm just smoothing it all out, and then I'm going to go in with my NuMe Titan 3 curling wand. It comes in 3 barrel sizes, which is amazing because I like options, but I'm using the largest one to give me that type of loose curl that I want. I turn it on and let it quickly heat up, and it's ready to go. I start by tying up my hair, half of my hair actually, so it's out of the way, and then I take small sections and wrap it away from my face around the wand. I let it sit here for a few seconds and let it go, and you have this nice loose curl. Again, I take another small section and wrap it around the wand, wrapping away from the face, let it sit for a few seconds, and then release. You don't need to let the curl sit too long because the wand heats up enough that it doesn't need that much time. When it gets to the other side of the face, it's the same thing, small sections, wrap away from the face, from this side too, a couple seconds, release, and you're done. Now that these strands are curled, I like to add a bit of hairspray to set them, then pull them all over to one side and pull down some more hair to work with. I'm going to repeat all of these steps, but I'll keep it rolling here so you can see it all transform before your eyes. It doesn't take me long to do the whole head at all, maybe about 10 minutes, because they're just meant to be easy, loose curls that'll eventually over the day turn into like loose waves for that more relaxed feel. And I love the fact that the waves are even nicer the next day if you sleep on them. If you guys are interested in this curling wand, it's called the Titan 3 from NuMe, and I do have a discount code. You can go to nume.com and use the code TrinaLove to get 40% off Hot Tools plus $12 shipping to Canada. You can also use the code GLITZANDGLAM to get $100 off any curling wand set. You can see my description box for all the links and discount codes, but to finish the top and final sections of the hair, it's the exact same technique. I'm curling all of the sections away from the face, but for this one specific section of hair, I'm using the wand underneath it, leaving it sit there for a few seconds, going in back and forth motions, and this gives it a little extra volume. Then I'm going to go ahead and finish it off by curling it away from the face again. It's that simple. Easy. Now I'm going to finish the whole head and then I'll show you the final look. Alright, I'm going to go in and give it that final spray to make sure the curls are all set to go, and then I'm going to back comb the one side of my head to give me some volume, give it another spray, and then tuck this all behind my ear. Then I like to zhuzh the other side of my head, giving it some extra volume on this side too, and you're good to go. I had to finish the lips, so I went in with my Animal Stay Sharp Waterproof Lip Liner in Vintage, that's a tongue twister, to line and fill in the lips before adding Revlon's Ultra HD Lip Lacquer in Petalite. So is that, but I like that name, Petalite. Petalite. This is super pretty, but I decided to blot it down a bit and smack my lips together, and I was done. What do you guys think? So that's my look. I hope you guys enjoyed getting ready with me. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up so I can see. You can also click on the left video to see my blindfolded makeup challenge with my friend Chiutips, or click the right to see my latest vlog. Don't forget, you can also click on the red button to subscribe to my channel for more videos, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.